Hello all, welcome to www.bispsolutions.com. In this series of planning tickets, today we are going to see the following tickets. First one, we have to create announcement that November month close starts from 5th. Okay. So in PBCS, announcement can be used to communicate important messages or updates to users directly through the application interface. You can see the image on the screen. This is from the PBCS application. I've taken a screenshot. The first one you can see here, this planning process. Okay, this is the below this you can see there is announcement. The 2024 fiscal year planning process will conclude on Friday. Below there you can see there are two announcements. When I click on those two announcements, on the second image you can see the two announcement opens up. So the first one, planning process, that you can see on the first image itself. If there are like more than one or two more than one announcements, then the first one appears on the screen itself. For the rest of the announcement you have to go on the announcement and click on it. So when I clicked on the announcement part, which you can see below written, I get the second image where both the announcement flashes. First one with the planning process and the second planning dates are given. So this way there are certain messages or any updates which the service administrator he wants to wants to tell all the users. He can write and provide it in the announcement section. So once the administrator set these announcements, they appear on the home screen or within the relevant dashboard. Now, common scenarios for announcement in PBCS. It is used generally for as like here you can see there is some updates to be provided, certain deadlines is provided. It can also be used for system downtime or maintenance, like the service administrator want to inform the users about planned or unplanned maintenance windows. Then if there is any version update, like any new features, patches or upgrades are there, that can be provided through announcements. Or process changes. So through announcement one can communicate about changes to budgeting, forecasting or planning processes. Then deadlines, this you can see on the the screen. The example I'm showing is about the deadline itself, that remind users of the key deadlines, such as budget submissions or forecast updates. Also announcement can be done for tips and the best practices for efficient usage, tips which is meant for efficient usage, or highlight some common errors, which to common errors, to avoid the common errors. That all that can be as a tips or as best practices can be highlighted in the announcements. Okay, so we'll go to the application here. This is planning application, custom application, and I have logged in as service administrator. So in the navigation bar, you click the navigation bar over here. You will, under tools, you can see the announcement. Okay. Now when you click on announcement, here is this window opens, and here you can create. And if there are existing announcements, right now there is no announcement. If there are existing and they are not in use now, they are not required to be displayed, that can be selected and deleted with this tab. So we will create one. So here, as the ticket says, we have to create one announcement that November month close process will start from 5th. So we can give this as the title there, subject. Here we have to provide the start date. This is required field. So here I will make it as 1st of December, and we will give till 10th December. Okay. Now after this, we have to provide some content. That is the message. This could be one or two line message, or basically the brief about what is the subject all about, or if there is a action plan, that can be provided, or there are further more deadlines under this deadline. Like this is we are in the subject we have provided for the close process. Now in the close process there are various other activities to be done. So all those activities, they might have their own deadlines, that can be provided here. So here I have provided a message that I'm informing everybody that please be informed that the November month close process will commence on 5th December, and all the relevant activities including data submissions, approvals should be completed as per scheduled. Now here I can provide further below the deadline for data submissions for approvals, or if they have any questions I can provide where they are supposed to reach out. This I will write down. For any questions or support I might provide over here some team whereby people can reach out if they have any doubt regarding the deadline. So here 10 days I am giving. This announcement will be flashing for 10 days starting from 1st December till it will go till 10th December. Or here we can just since it is starting, that is fine. So this is done, and here from here this I can change the fonts over here. There are various fonts available. If I want to do is bold, if I want to change the layout or the format of the messages, I can do from here. So now I will save and close this. So this is the one that we have created. Now we will go to the home page. Now here you can see this is the announcement flashing on the screen. November month close process begins on 5th November, and if one scroll down over here, he can see the entire message, or else one can go announcement. See, there is one announcement right now, so one can go over here. So here, from here, the entire announcement can be seen. This is how announcements are created, and it is very effective for conveying some messages to the entire team, to all of the users at one place. Coming to the second ticket now. Okay, now this is basically using data management. So this ticket belongs to data management. Now here there is some source account, and this has to be posted into target account. Is this so? A121024 this is there in the source account. So when the data is to be data is coming in this source account, which is A121024, and this has to be mapped to the target account 121024. So our source file would look like this. This is the source account. So if you see, there is a change in the target account. The ticket wants this A121024. This is coming from the source, but this has to be mapped. This amount has to go in 121024. So here first column I have account, the source account, entity in the second, and amount is in the third column. Now in the application, first for data management we have to go to data exchange, and for data loading through data management we have to go first to data exchange and create the source and target applications. Now as you know, source is our flat file, it is .csv, so this is a flat file. From this action tab we will create source as well as target application. So if you see data source file, this is already created. I will tell you how this is created. On this icon, add icon, we first going to select the data source, and here, since our type is file, we will, from this drop down, there are various data sources type. Since ours is file right now, so I'm going to select file, and here I'll provide a name. You can say any name, file1, file2, or just file. So this already exists, so I'm not and then we will click OK. But since this is already existing, I'm not creating one. Cancel this. Then after this, we're going to create the target application. So our target application is EPM local. Name of the application is Vision, and here input cube is plan 1. Okay, now this is done, and I will click on OK. So this has been registered. Then we have to do the period mapping. So we have to check whether the period exists in the global mapping. I will be we can check through this filter. I will be loading it in Jan 24. Okay, this is not there. What about Jan 23? This is also not mapped. Okay, so I have till Jan 22. This is fine. So since Jan 22 is available in the global mapping, I will load here. Otherwise, from here you can add the mapping. You simply have to, when you click on this, you simply have to provide the period key, the prior period key, and the period name, the target year. That's it. And you can, create the new period mappings over here. So Jan 22 is here. We will check the same in the application mapping. Since this is not available over here, we will add one. Okay, just I think there is some in the global mapping. Jan-24. Okay, so this is not there, no issues. Here we have to select the target application in application mapping. So ours is plan 1, and here we will add the period in the application mapping. Since it is already there in the global mapping, I'll search from here. Okay, so I mapped it, and now I will save it. So our period, wherever we're going to load, should be there in the global mapping as well as application mapping. Now we will do the category mapping. So this is basically the mapping of the scenarios. We have the current mapping over here. We'll go with this mapping, current mapping. Now we will go to data integration. First is the setup task. Here we have already done source system creation, target application creation, period mapping and category mapping to data exchange. Now we will create the import format. Here I am creating a new import format. This is demo IMF, source is file, and target is vision plan 1. And this would be delimited numeric data. Save this. Now here we provide the structure of the file that we are loading. So the structure is like this. Account column is in the first column, entity second, amount third. So account is in the first column, amount is in third, and entity is in the second column. Now rest of the dimensions are not there in the source file, so here I will provide some random column numbers. So for all of them I'll make the column number second, and since these are not there in our source file, you can see, so I will pick up the members where I want to map them. So this is HSP, I want to match with the base data, so let me see the members. HSP view, so this is base data. Okay, I'll copy from here so that I don't miss the font or the gaps or anything. Second is product, and lastly I have version. So this would be working. Now our import format is created. We will now create the location. Here we will attach the import format. So once we attach the import format, you see source is file and target is vision plan 1. This automatically comes up. Save this location, and now we have to go to workflow task, where the first is data load mapping. So here we are going to provide where would be the source members going to go in the target. We are going to map the each of the members in a file. So this is the right POV. Location is this the one we have created, and now if you see, this is the account, but this has to be mapped with 121024. So here I will use explicit mapping for this, and the source value I'll copy from here only. So for account we have provided explicit mapping. Why so? This is because this source doesn't exist exactly in the application, the target application. So this is alphanumeric, but in the target application we do not have alphabets A. So that is why in such kind of source files where there is some this the source, if it doesn't matches with the target, we use explicit mapping. Next is, we don't do it for data, like I have entity here. For each of the next coming dimensions, we are going to provide like mapping, that is star to star. Here I will write the name of the member. I have to make sure that it is written in the correct order. So we have mapped all the dimensions. Now we'll create the data load rule. We have to attach the import format that we have created. And here we have to attach this file. This is the file, okay? First we will upload the file and then we will attach it. Okay, now save this and then we will execute the rule. Import mode is replace as well as this export mode also we have taken replace. So this process has been submitted and this is the process ID 61 you can see. So with this process ID, from this process detail you can monitor the progress of the data load. Now here let me open the smart view sheet so that I can show you. Let me create the connection. This is not connected. So I am providing the exact POV which is there in the data management that I have taken there. Now let's see in the data management the process must have finished by now. Just refresh this. So here you can see it is a green tick, that means it has been successfully finished. To check the data, you have to go to data load workbench to check the source, target, everything what you've loaded, to check whether it has gone exactly to the mapped targets. You can check from data load workbench. We are here getting 3 of the fishes, that means import is successful, data has been validated, there's no error, and it has been exported to the application, and that means so the process is finished. Here you can see our source account was with some alphabets, and this was not there in the target. With the help of explicit mapping we got the data. The 6000 has been loaded from this source to this account. This is the target account. This is 121024. sometimes when you straight away write the members here, no, you know the members and you just type it and you click on refresh, sometimes it doesn't take and it give you the planning provider error. So at that time it is advisable you go to member selection and select the member. Okay, so if you see here, 121024 and version is working. This is current, and this is for FY 22 January. This is right. I've taken the same POV. This should come here to 6000, but here I'm not getting this as input field. Let me see in the application what is the error. This is the so data has been loaded. I'm just checking the P underscore 000. This is correct. This is also P underscore 000. This is we have taken here. Let's see in the data management. Yeah, everything is correct. This has been loaded, but here in the application, in the smart view, it is not showing that this is some input. It is not allowing the input. Let me refresh again. Okay, so this cell is not supporting the input right now. I will check this account member once again. And I will also refresh the database. Okay, so there might be some error in the smart view. I'm thinking it is some planning provider error. I think that is why I'm not able to show you the figures over here. But for such type of tickets where the source doesn't matches with the target, we always do the explicit mapping, and thereby we would be able to route the source account, a different source account, to the target account. So that's it for today. If you have any queries, you may contact www.bispsolutions.com. Thanks for joining.